Good morning. Welcome to the latest Daily Thought. We're wrapping up Luke chapter 22 today. So if you've got a Bible and you want to follow it with me, then feel free to do so. So Luke chapter 22, verses 66 through to 71. This is what it says. Jesus before the council. At daybreak, all the elders of the people assembled, including the leading priests and the teachers of religious law. Jesus was led before this high council. And they said, "Tell us, are you the Messiah?" But he replied, "If I tell you, you won't believe me. And if I ask you a question, you won't answer. But from now on, the Son of Man will be seated in the place of power at God's right hand." They all shouted, "So are you claiming to be the Son of God?" And he replied, "You say that I am." "Why do we need to hear other witnesses?" they said. "We ourselves heard him say it." So here we are in a time where Jesus has been arrested, he's been betrayed. We've already seen Peter deny him, and he's brought then at daybreak. Remember that they will have been up all night, so that's already, if you've ever done an all-nighter, you'll know how that feels. But he's brought at the break of dawn to the council, and they're obviously trying to blame this man, Jesus, for something. And they're trying to find what it is. And ultimately what they get him on this part is that they think he's blaspheming, because they say to him, "Are you claiming to be the Son of God?" And Jesus says, "Well, you say that I am." And then they say, "Why do we need any other witnesses? We ourselves have heard him say it." And they thought that's enough to take him to Pilate, which is what we'll find out on Monday's reading. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for joining me this morning. But it's an interesting time, isn't it, that Jesus was going through there. We've already seen how he was going through the ups and downs of the difficult moments leading up to this, knowing what he was about to face, remembering that not only was he going to face the physical punishment and torment, but he was also going to face the wrath of God and the punishment of sin. And he knew that. And yet still, when he's brought before the council, he calmly responds in a way that is just admirable, really. And he conducts himself in the most incredible way all the way through this thing. And we're going to be continuing with this tomorrow, on Monday, in terms of this story. But I just want to say to you that as we read through this part, as we move into Luke chapter 23 and we start to look at his trial, and we start to look in towards the crucifixion and his death, and then ultimately his resurrection, just a reminder to everybody that watches this, it's true. It's real. What we read, we believe, and we should apply the truth of this hope that we carry to our lives on a daily basis, because what Jesus went through is so far and above and beyond anything you could ever imagine that it affects everything. It affects today. It affects the 22nd of August, 2020. What Jesus did all those years ago in this moment before the council affects every day, affects this day. So I want to encourage you today to live it for him, live the day for him. If you need to repent, say sorry, forgive, do that, and then aim to live this day for God, because he is so worthy, and Jesus has done so much for us that we should be thankful for. Have a great day, and we'll see you over the weekend.